Hello, powerful creators. Welcome back to Awakening with Wendy. I'm Wendy, and today I'm going to be talking about a technique I use to communicate with my subconscious mind that helps me manifest what I want in my life. The subconscious mind is a super powerful system that influences everything in your life. It's constantly manifesting things for you, whether you're aware of it or not. And the way it manifests is based largely on your belief system. This is a huge topic that I find really exciting and interesting. I had to narrow it down a lot. So today, to keep it simple, I'm just going to focus on this one simple technique I've been using for about 2 weeks now and share with you the results of that. So let's get started on that. Here's the technique. I'm just going to get right to it. Technique is to, before you go to bed, you address your subconscious mind directly and you ask it to work on something specific while you sleep. So something that you want, to like change or improve in your life, you'll ask your subconscious mind to work on that. So for example, if I want more joy in my life before I go to sleep, I would say, subconscious mind, tonight I ask that you work on increasing the joy in my life. And that's it. That's all I've been doing. I think I learned this method from a different channel. I wish I could remember who, because I want to give them props. It was a great technique, and it's been having really interesting results in my life that I'm going to tell you guys about. But first, I also wanted to tell you that you can combine this method with something else that will make it even better and more profound. Combine this method where you address your subconscious mind and tell it what you want it to work on, and then set the intention to remember your dreams. Keep a notepad or like a voice recorder next to your bed, and as soon as you wake up, or as soon as, like, even if it's in the middle of the night and you remember a dream, write it down. Write down the details that you can. And yes, so when you combine those two things, something really interesting happens. Sorry, just looking at my notes here. Trying to think about where to go with this. Because I have a lot written down here. Man, it's just such an interesting topic. I'll just share a little bit about why I think this is something cool to do and what I think it does. Okay, so when I say subconscious mind, I'm pretty much just talking about anything in your mind that's not immediately available to your consciousness, which is a lot, right? So right now I'm talking and I'm largely focused on this video. I have all these memories in my mind. I have all these words that I'm not using, but I still know them, right? Your subconscious mind is like the thing that stores your memories, your past experiences. Some thoughts are even subconscious. And the big one that I'm talking about for the purpose of this video is your beliefs. Your subconscious mind stores all your beliefs, even ones that you're not aware of. And then it also includes like things that your brain controls that you're not consciously aware of, like your heartbeat and digestion, which is just good to know. There's a lot to your subconscious mind. There's really like only a small portion of your brain that you're actually consciously aware of. And so how I believe this exercise works is that your subconscious mind basically follows instructions that are given by you based on what you believe. Which is interesting because a lot of our beliefs, surprisingly, are not conscious. And you'll find that out if you start to actually write down your beliefs around like troublesome issues in your life. But I'll share that for a different video. But yeah, just know that your beliefs are creating your reality in many ways. And that's why it's so important to figure out what your beliefs are. But the cool thing about this method is it doesn't require you to be like totally aware, because your subconscious mind does the work. But I can't stress enough the importance of beliefs. Whether you're aware of them or not, they're going to influence so much in your life. They're going to influence your attitude, your behavior, your goals, your actions, your perception, anything that you have control over, I promise you, your beliefs are influencing it. So this is just one tool that we have to help us kind of take control over that. And it's like a very interesting tool because, again, it's one of the ones that actually doesn't require like awareness of your beliefs necessarily, although that helps. So your conscious mind is what's like thinking about what's happening, and we call that awareness. But even our awareness is all based on preconceived notions and beliefs. And the main point I'm just trying to make is that your subconscious mind influences everything. And so the reason this exercise is useful is because while you're sleeping and you're not conscious, your brain's still very active. So if you give your subconscious mind instructions, it really does. I've tried this for 2 weeks now, and it like actually you'll start to dream and think about it in your sleep. And so you'll be resolving issues that usually have to do with some limiting belief you have. The coolest part is you don't even have to consciously work on it. You'll be doing it while you sleep. What I found is that this exercise helps me have a lot more awareness over the situation, and then I can bring more conscious control to it. And our goal here, pretty much always what my goal is in these videos, is to help people have more ability to direct their life and their reality towards the outcomes you truly desire. Because if you're not in that seat where you're directing, then it's kind of just happening to you. And we don't want that. Your life is going to be the best when you create the outcomes that you want, which you can do. You can create the life that you want. Your subconscious mind is always going to be working on something, so it might as well be working on the things you want. Otherwise, it could just be obsessing over fears, like staying in the same place. It's like amazing it's amazing to me that you can just ask your subconscious mind to work on something and it does it for you. And like the reason why I believe this is because ever since I started doing this, I started to remember my dreams, which wasn't happening before. And I started writing them down, and usually the dream will be something that's kind of like obviously related to the thing that I asked my mind to work on. But there's one experience in particular I wanted to share that was like a little different. One night I asked my subconscious mind to work on helping me feel better about applying for jobs, because I'm trying to get a new job, and it's like really my dream to find a job that I'm really passionate about. And even though I believe that I have lots of skills and talents and passion, I've been feeling very low on confidence about applying for jobs. So I was asking my subconscious mind to help me feel better about that. Something I think worth focusing on, right? If I could actually just improve my feelings around it, then I believe that I'd be applying more, I'd be writing better cover letters, all that. So that night I had a dream. In the dream I was a child and I was fighting with my parents about going to church. And this is something I used to, in my childhood, did actually fight with my parents a lot about this. I just kind of hated going to church. And my parents really wanted me to go and to believe in what they believed. And unfortunately, I just didn't. I didn't believe in it and didn't want to go. It was important to me not to go. So it caused a lot of contention between me and my parents throughout my childhood. And it's a kind of a bummer because it's like the only thing we really had that we would be contentious about. But it caused plenty of problems. And so anyways, I woke up, wrote that dream down, and kind of went back to sleep, I think. And then later on in the day, I was like thinking about the dream. I was like, what the heck, subconscious? That wasn't at all related to getting a job. What's going on? I was like, maybe this doesn't work as well as I thought. Or maybe it didn't work tonight, But I kept thinking about it, and I'm like, are these two things related? And maybe they are somehow, even though it seems crazy. And throughout the day, the dream was kind of in the back of my mind, and I developed some healthy curiosity about why that happened. And Basically, then I jammed out on the piano. I was just kind of like improvising, and so singing and playing piano. And I ended up singing for a long time. I kind of just went back into that feelings that I had when this did happen to me as a kid. And I found out and remembered that it made me feel really unaccepted and kind of unloved, and like I could never be good enough because I didn't believe what they believed, and that seemed to be all that they cared about, from my child's perspective. I don't think that's actually true, but that's just how it felt. And I just like really, it was crazy. I just let it all out on the piano. It was very loud and emotional, like crying while I played and everything. And it's just weird. I didn't think that was something. Piper's barking. I didn't think that was something that would be affecting me today, but it was. And I learned that just from the way the song turned out. And basically, I realized that experience from my childhood actually was affecting my confidence in the present day. I had all these memories of experiences where I was battling the two people I loved that were supposed to love me more than anyone else, except their other kids. They're supposed to love me no matter what, and I felt like their love was not unconditional, because if I didn't go to church, we'd have to fight about it all the time. And I just want to say on a side note that my parents today are very accepting of my lifestyle. I do feel like they love me unconditionally. They allow me to believe differently than them, and they even allow me to like live in their house with my different beliefs. And so we don't fight about it anymore. So there's not really any reason to continue believing what I did when a kid, and feeling the way I did when I was a kid, which was that I wasn't being accepted. So after all that happened, basically I was just able to express myself through the music. And then after that happened, I just felt like I unloaded so much. And I really felt like I was able to finally let go of this belief that my parents don't accept me. And then since then, I felt a lot more motivation to apply for jobs. I felt more confident. I've even gained more clarity about the type of work I want to apply for. I'm looking for writing jobs now, which was like a big question in my life. I was like, what field do I work in? I knew I wanted to do something creative, but I couldn't figure out what. And now it's just very clear to me that writing is like a skill that I have, that if I got a job doing that, like creating content, it would very much fulfill me. And all that happened after I had that experience that I told you about. So I share this story because if you do this exercise, your subconscious mind's probably going to surprise you, and you might not always understand why it does what it does, but trust that it knows what it's doing and that it understands you. You can communicate with it and ask it to help you with the things you want help on in your life. It's crazy. Like, a lot of us pray, which I think is a cool thing to do. I pray sometimes. And I bring that up just because, like, we pray to, like, outside sources, but you can communicate to the thing inside of you, and that's, in my opinion, an equally viable way to manifest what you want. You don't need to go looking for outside help. Like, really, what you need to do is resolve whatever conflicts are going on inside of you that are preventing you from manifesting and creating the life that you want. So again, the technique is to ask your subconscious to work on a specific problem during the night, set the intention to remember your dreams, and then write down whatever you have as a dream so that you can remember it. And then when that happens, you can try to make connections between the dream and what you had your subconscious mind work on. But know that if you don't see a conscious connection or like a clear, obvious one, that the work was still done subconsciously. You can trust in that. And I don't know, I just think the subconscious mind is such a powerful thing. I'm really excited to do lots of videos about it. when you ask your subconscious mind to resolve a specific issue, it takes the focus off the fear and the anxiety and puts it to work on something productive, something that you actually want, which is just amazing. So I really hope that if you watch this video, give it a try, like for at least a few nights, see what happens. And please contact me if anything cool happens. I would love to hear about it. My email address is awakeningwithwendy@gmail.com. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you guys listening, getting through this. To be honest, I was having a hard time making this video today. Something about it kind of felt off energetically, but then I had a goal to make this video today, and I'm at a place in my life where I take my goals very seriously. So even though I'm like scared that this isn't my best work, I trust that I set this goal for a reason, and I trust that this video is going to help someone. And I can't wait to see what happens. But either way, I'll still be doing the activity on my own and learning all this cool stuff about myself. And I'm thankful to whoever gave me this idea. Credit to them for sure. I didn't make this up, but it's a super cool technique that I'm going to keep doing. Love, love, love you all so much. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Namaste, my friends.